Well, hello and welcome to the second edition of Ask the Superintendent with Worcester Public Schools. I have Anna here from Claremont Academy. She's a junior, and she's going to ask me some key questions. So I'm going to turn it over to Anna.
So the first question is, we have 6 characteristics here at Claremont, our pillars. They're very closely connected to the vision of learner. One of the characteristics that we talk about all the time and is most relevant in the midst of crisis is Ubuntu. It is an African proverb meaning I am because we are. Our question is, what does Ubuntu mean to you?
Well, first of all, when I came to Claremont Academy and I saw these 6 pillars, I loved it. It meant so much. It's just such a great way to really ground the school into what kind of scholars we want for you. So I'm really happy about that. So, and then when I went to your graduation last year, the principal spoke about Ubuntu as well. So what does it mean to me? Really, it's just about a collective, it's not just, it is about this collective importance of each other. It's this idea of team or tribe or community. And so when one person is succeeding, then everyone needs to be succeeding. It's not okay for it just to be one. Everyone needs to rise together.
As a community.
There's a phrase that the sum is greater than the parts, right? So how do we make sure that everybody is doing that together? If someone is suffering, then the community is suffering, right? So that's what it means to me. And it's very much what I believe about schools, about society, and to know that it's already in a place in Worcester Public Schools, and it's deeply rooted is very...
It's a characteristic.
Yeah, and it's very heartwarming.
Thank you for your answer. So my next question is, I know you probably asked this a lot, but so why Worcester? What was about Worcester that was very special and made you come here?
I have been asked that, and I always answer it either at the beginning or the end. This time I'm going to answer it at the beginning. It's about you. It's because of the students. It's because of the children that are here, and what you represent, who you are. I fell in love with all of you before I even knew you. The diversity of the community, the varying languages and religions. That's what society is about. So that's the first thing, is when I saw what makes up Worcester Public Schools, who makes up Worcester Public Schools, I said, oh my goodness, this is the district for me. Then I dug deeper. I learned about the renaissance of the community and really trying to turn the whole community of Worcester around collectively, and the schools being so integral into that. And so I just was surprised that I had spent 28 years of my career on one side of the nation, thinking that I would end my career in California. Didn't know that every experience that I experienced, from a classroom teacher, principal, assistant superintendent, and deputy superintendent, was preparing me to be 3,000 miles away from
a drastic change.
Yeah, from my home and my family. But my daughter's here on the East Coast too, so that was like the final cherry on top. Yeah.
Perfect. And how are you adjusting to our New England weather? We have to know this.
Yeah, so that was actually my biggest, am I going to be able to manage? I grew up in not only just California, but Southern California.
Nice and warm area.
It's warm all the time. When the sun comes out, it feels like the sun is out. And so I miss that feeling of sun on my skin on a regular. That is true. My preparing for it. So even when I was in California, I loved during the winter wearing boots and tights and scarves.
Coats.
Yeah, that was fun. So that was more of a fashion statement there. Here it's a necessity.
Right. So we have cold winters in here.
Cold winters. Today is a very cold day.
Yeah.
So I layer. I have all kinds of layers on. I layer more than probably everyone else. My team laughs at me, but that's what I do. I am not embarrassed to pull out my beanie earlier than everyone else. I have a variety of kind of levels of coats because I have to start wearing a coat much earlier than everybody else. My husband
depending
as well.
on the weather, yeah.
Yes. My dogs too, so now my puppy dogs have...
Prepared, ready for New England.
They have their own puffers and they have their sweaters, and, so we just prepared that way. And but I'll say that the weather change, although it is drastic, it's very pretty to watch going from
nature,
autumn
right.
to then the snowfall is magical. And not seeing that growing up, I do think I'm kind of like a little girl when it starts to snow. And so I enjoy that. So I try to
The new
take in,
feeling.
yeah, the beauty of it. And then honestly, when I need to, especially during the breaks, I go to where there's sun. I need to like refuel
Balance
myself.
it out.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you for answering all my questions. It was really nice meeting you today.
It was lovely meeting you, and
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you being part of the Superintendent Student
Thank you.
Advisory as well.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And thank you for joining us on our second episode of Ask the Superintendent. I look forward to the next group of scholars in Worcester Public Schools who will be interviewing me. Have a great one.